Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome. This is a very special announcement that caught some of us by surprise. Chip Ganassi Racing is proud to announce, in conjunction with GFC Films and Universal Pictures Home Entertainment Group, that a full-length documentary will be produced and prepared on one of the great drivers, without question, of our time, Scott Dixon. So this is a very exciting moment. Chip Ganassi has been a five-time winner here at Indianapolis, and you've been able to watch this guy up close and personal. Pretty interesting announcement, pretty exciting, Chip.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I think, as you know, polls and Taco Bells aside, I think, we all, when it comes right down to it, there are generational drivers that don't come along every day. And this guy to my right is certainly one of those. I think in 2000, was it 2000? 2001. 2002.
When we started?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. When we got together in 2002, I think everybody knew that Scott had some talent and was an up and comer. I don't think anybody I guess you could dream about the idea that he would be among the all-time greats in the sport, but I don't think anyone would dare say that at that point. And here we sit, 15 years later, and to see him to see his name near the top of the all-time winners list is, just a testament to the man. And what a better way to well, let me say this: someone needs to know that story, and I think we're very fortunate to have the people interested in making this a motion picture documentary.
No question. And I look at Matthew Metcalfe from GFC Films, and I take a look at some of the subjects that we have talked about in terms of these documentaries. Usain Bolt, Ronaldo, McLaren. These are pretty big names. And tell us what attracted you to the Scott Dixon story.
Well, look, firstly, it was me that did the story of McLaren, which is actually having its US premiere tonight at the Indianapolis IMAX. Ronaldo and Bolt were done by Universal Pictures, and it's wonderful to work with them. They're incredible, and to co-produce this story with them is amazing. And listening to Chip, what I'm reminded of is one of the great and amazing things about my job is I get to work with some of the most incredible people on the planet, and it's an honor. And for me, there's a real personal connection here. If I go back long enough, my dad was in New Zealand into classic car racing. And I remember when I was a boy, he used to tell me about this guy on the track who drove I think I'm right in saying this, got a Lotus Cortina.
Back then, no, I think it was it was some Japanese car, like a Mitsubishi or something. It was my first one, and then I crashed in this with a cushion on my butt. That was
right. My dad used to tell me there was this guy called Scott Dixon who was only like 13 or something, and who was incredible. I remember my dad coming and talking to me, and he just had, even then, this incredible respect for this driver, and everyone was talking about him. And for me, it's a personal honor to fast forward all those years and to be able to tell the story of one of the greatest drivers of his generation, as Chip said, and to tell the story about an individual and a team who has an incredible desire and will to win. And that's what this film is going to be about, the will to win, the drive to win, about guts, determination, and just sheer hard work.
The former commissioner of baseball, Bart Giamatti, once said that the golden age of baseball is probably the first time you personally went to a baseball game. So everyone has their heroes, and we have many of these heroes are recognized here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A.J. Foyt, Mario Andretti, Alonso are coming to the top of that list. But history is made every day. And even though Scott, have tried to press you on this point, like most good race drivers live at the moment, you deflect it. You think about now. You're thinking about winning the 101st running of the Indianapolis 500. But the fact remains, you've won 40 national championship events. You've got a couple of great iconic drivers named Andretti within your grasp. You've won 4 IndyCar championships. I mean, I know you try to dismiss that, but now somebody wants to do a movie on you. That must tell you that you've been able to make some mark in the time you've been here.
Yeah, no, I've been very fortunate, I think, with, from where I started and my parents and the people that, helped me along the way. And financially it was very difficult. So, we had a lot of backers, but, it's never one person, it's a team, competition. And I think, all but one of my events, wins have been, with this team and with the guy to my left. Chip is, runs an amazing organization and has the best people in the world, working for him. And that drive, I think, is what's kept me going. It's what's, really inspires me every day is the great group of people I get to work with. And then, obviously my family too, Emma and our two kids, love motor racing. Emma's very competitive, probably more competitive than me. Just a little bit less competitive than Chip. So yeah, I think that's what it's about. For me, I feel very fortunate. I'm very passionate about racing. I love driving cars. I love racing, and I love racing with the best team in the world. And lucky enough to do Indianapolis 500s, IndyCar races, going to Le Mans. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without Chip. So it's it's exciting, and it's really cool to see it finally come around.
Fantastic.
Scott, when you first showed up in the States, you were admittedly shy. You didn't really like the attention of reporters, cameras, video crews. Now you're going to be the subject of a movie. Do you find any irony in all that, and how far you've come in terms of your self-confidence and ability to be a star?
Yeah, I think everybody changes, and eventually you mature some. I think my wife has been a big support in that. She's British, and obviously she talks a lot, so I get to witness that firsthand. So I think that's rubbed off on me a little bit. But yeah, it's for me. I don't know. I feel like I'll just be doing my normal thing, and hopefully they capture some good stuff. But I think the story, with what we do and how we do it, and a lot of it you don't get to see behind the scenes, and obviously big races like the Indianapolis 500 and the access that they will have, and Le Mans. So it's going to be really cool. But yeah, I feel very proud and very special to be a part of it.
You are aware that if you make Emma really mad, there'll be plenty of applicants, Scott? I just thought I'd lay that out there.
There we go.
Other questions for the group that's with us today? Talk about the movie. Very good. Congratulations. We're really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.